I know, and then I got here early, and now we have sound issues. It was terrible. All right, let's make sure we're live. I'm assuming we are. It says we're live, so live.
Oh, Nicole didn't finish the book.
I thought she was reading it.
Yes, I did see she was reading it today.
Okay, I'm gonna turn that off because I don't want to hear myself talk. So
yeah. Oh God.
That's always the worst.
I heard myself. My friend was watching a video in a vlog. One of my videos in the vlog she was doing. So I heard myself on her TV, and I'm like, I don't like it.
Out of all of the things that we're gonna do, that's not one of them. But hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
We are here
Sorry
discussing
for the technical difficulties.
The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. I'm be honest with you.
How pretty the cover is.
Yeah.
Like I know that's basic, but like the cover's really pretty.
Yeah.
I can't get it back on my hardcover.
What? Why not?
I don't know. It's not cooperating.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. So Nicole popped in briefly to say that she hadn't finished, so that's fine.
That's okay. Well, she started at like 11:30 my time.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Nicole has superpowers, but then she also now has a kid.
Books she reads in one day. I'm like, how, man?
Yep, everyone's happy she stopped in for a few minutes. Hey, Shannon.
Hi.
Liz, how's it going?
Hi.
But yeah, I listened to this audiobook.
The audiobook wasn't bad.
It was not. No, I listened to it over the weekend though. So my problem is, a few days have gone by, and I probably couldn't tell you very many characters' names. I'll be honest with you. I don't think I could have told you very many people's names after I finished it.
Well, that was the problem. I feel like that was the problem with the only problem I had with the book is I feel like if you took out everybody's name said a gajillion times, it would only be 50 pages.
What? Mm-hmm. I feel like that's extreme, but
you know what I mean. It was like,
yeah,
one so and so of so and so and so and so, and I'm like, who the hell are we talking about here?
Who am I talking to? Just give me the one person that's on the page.
Pretty please, with sugars on top.
All right, I also haven't read, so I'm mostly stopping by to say hi. But all right, thanks, Shannon. Well, while you're here, just so you know,
you're here, Shannon,
I'll do a quick flash. Next live stream, 2 weeks from today, 6:30 p.m. Yeah, there you go.
Yes,
that was it. Now you know when to come back. Although
and then we'll be having the one meeting in June for the Harlequin books.
Yeah. So just while everyone's here, I will let you know we're gonna try to go down to a book a month, and it's gonna be just tackling the TBR. If you hate that idea, please let me know. But also, it's very stressful to pick a book that I feel like everybody will like.
Burnout-y.
And I just, with summer hitting, my desire to read has plummeted, and also with my upcoming trip, like any extra mind space is not there. So I apologize, but also it may last a little bit just because also when you get towards the end of the year, you have a ton of holidays and then just planning around that. And then also attempting to read is very stressful for everybody. So I still want to get together and say, hey, but also.
And be like, what are you all reading? But also not stress us out to the point of having the books picked out for 6 months.
Yeah. So now we have the live streams planned out for the end of the year, but they're all tackling the TBRs. And then if at one point during the year we're just like, oh my gosh, the Carrie Maniscalco book, we all want to read it. Okay, well, it comes out at the end of October, so we'll make it our November live. We can discuss that.
Where are we going to fit that in with Julie's book for the Christmas tree farm?
Because we might just have a really long live stream and talk about both of them. I'm be honest with you.
It is only 3. I saw it up for pre-order, and it is only 300 pages.
Hey, for anybody that has NetGalley, you can get it as a read now book. So
really, I have to dig through my neck.
What's the name of it? Something. I'll be home for mischief. Look it up now. Request it. Get it. Make sure that you review it beforehand so that you're not just getting a free copy. Yes. Okay, so I think I missed a lot of things. I drove them in the middle and yeah! This is something that I kept, telling to Alicia, where I was just like, "I feel like nothing has happened, but also I feel like a lot has happened, but
I feel like it was
nothing has
paced
happened."
wrong. I feel like the pacing was off because I
Yeah,
feel like so much happened in like the last third.
yeah.
It was like, here's everything that should have been happening in the first 200 pages that we read.
Yeah. I think I ended up giving it a 4 just because I really like Leigh Bardugo, but I
Yeah.
really like, the more I sit with it, I think I gave it that much because of the ending more so than the journey, but I did reflect the fact that it's very slow, um, to the
I'm landing
fact.
on like a 3.75 as of right now.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And then I will tell you, this is good news, bad news as well. Well, good news, horrible news. So good news, and Alicia, I meant to tell you this before we went live, but then I had my sound issues. My
Okay.
instructor for my workout class is moving out of the state. So come early June, I will no longer have this particular workout class. So we can go back to 6 o'clock. We could even go to 5:30 Pacific
Does that
time.
does that still give you time to eat? I want to make
It
sure
would,
you
yeah, because I would
okay.
do a workout
I
class in
want
like
to
the
make sure
morning
you
or
eat.
something.
That's more
Yeah,
important. You need to eat.
I haven't eaten
I
yet
will
today,
yell at
so
you if you don't eat.
we
You know that.
we may have to cut this short in about 20 minutes 'cause, I was hungry before my class, so yeah.
You can eat on the live. Nobody cares. I
I
do.
know, but I
I do.
also work in customer service, or I used to, where I was on the phone, and when people would talk to me while they were eating,
Yeah.
made
But
me
like if
wanna
you're
throat punch
starving, I don't
someone.
want you to be sitting here starving. So like
I will tell
grab
you,
peanut butter crackers.
we end with our core, so the thought of food immediately after my workout is long
Makes you want to
gone.
throw up.
But as the live stream goes on, the hunger goes up.
Yep. Gotcha. Gotcha.
So yeah, if you guys wanna go, like, super early, you let me know. Nicole might
Yeah.
not like that
I,
in case if she wants to join one.
I'm open
Um,
for anything really. I just want to make sure you eat
yeah.
because I
Well,
will
I
yell at
I
you if
won't
you
have
don't
a
eat.
yeah, I won't have a workout beforehand, and I mean, if we even if we did it at, like, 5, I would eat at 6 afterwards if we went, like, the full hour.
Yeah.
Um Okay, so the book. Here we go. I also wanted to give it a 5. Like Kim, I went in, or Liz, why did I call you Kim? Liz, I went into this with like high hopes. I was like, come on, Leigh Bardugo. I love your books, but also you're a little bit on the weirder side, but I want to just eat it up. But yeah, yeah. Um, there's just it was
Like I think I messaged you. I think I messaged you when I was almost to the halfway point, and I'm like, I read 1,000-page books with more shit going on than this. Like
that's
my
yeah.
Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, my copy's 1,006 pages, and it went faster than this.
Yeah. I've read some of my Megan Quinn books over a 4-week period, and they felt shorter than this book did
Right.
in 2 days.
And not that I didn't enjoy it, but like I think I told you that like I would put it down and forget about it, but when I was reading it, I was enjoying it.
Yeah.
If that
Oh,
makes
yeah. Oh, 100%. Like, I didn't dislike it, but I
sense.
just
Yeah.
there's something weird about it where I'm like,
I'm so like conflicted on what to rate it.
"Yeah, yeah." So, yeah, I mean, let's get into it. Does anyone wanna talk about anything special? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even know where to begin with this one.
I just didn't like anybody.
You didn't like anybody? What about the guy?
Like my thing was okay, they were trying to make her mistress or her benefactor like a nice person when she was really a bitch.
Well, she was, but she had character growth, which I
Yeah.
appreciate.
But I
But
was just like, I
also
still don't like you though. But I can see the character growth, but I still don't like
yeah.
you. I liked Walita because she was like, I don't give a fuck. We're
Who's
just gonna do
Lolita?
shit. That's the aunt.
Oh, okay, yeah. I
The
d
aunt that she had to lie that wasn't her aunt or whatever.
yeah.
Um,
I Oh, you go
yeah,
ahead,
I
sorry.
was
You
weirded.
finish
I
your
was like,
thoughts, and then I'll say words.
yes. I can't remember the girl's name, but like she was the little girl, but she was really 38. And I want to
38?
see more about her. I was like, but that's interesting. Go back to that, please.
Yeah,
I want
that
to
was
know what
wild.
happens with her. She's interesting, and she has a brother who protects her. Like it's adorable, but it's also
Yeah.
kind of weird because it gave me like Interview with a Vampire vibes. And I was just like, no.
The one thing I love about the aunt, so okay, Shannon, if you're still here, I would dip out because we're gonna get into spoiler mode. So
Yeah, we
thank you
already
for
kind of
joining.
did, but there's
We
no way
did,
to
but
avoid it with this one.
we haven't gotten to like the crazy spoilers.
Yeah, we haven't
So
gotten super nuts.
yeah. Um, so to your point about the benefactor lady,
Yeah,
I
I didn't
didn't
like her.
dislike her. I did like her more towards the beginning. I
Yeah.
hated her. I wanted to call her "See You Next Tuesday" on steroids. Um, but then I like that she had that moment where she was just like, "I actually regret ever making you perform,"
Right.
because a little selfishly, it upended her life, but also, like, she sees how, like, this has impacted someone else and just was I did like that.
Yeah.
To the aunt's point, I kind of hated the aunt until
I hated the aunt because she was conniving, but I also liked the fact that she was conniving and they didn't redeem her in a sense.
okay, I liked
She
her
was still
after she
conniving
died.
at the end though. A little
I
bit.
I loved how, like, she went to her death. She was just like, "Okay, well,
I'm
I'm
gonna take
taking
you
one
with
of
me,
you bitches
bitch.
with me."
I was
And
like,
then the
baller move.
yeah, so as soon as she did that, I was like, "You know what? Go you." And I love the little I don't think it was necessary at all for the story, but also I kind of loved that she had such, like, a rough upbringing, and, like, journey in life, and then
Yeah,
after she died, like, the fish that, had, like, swallowed an emerald somehow, and then, like, the
that
fisherman's
was
wife,
cool.
like, went off and had lived her best life, and then her
Left
husband
her
choked on,
piece of
like, a
shit
fish
husband.
bone. I was just like, "Yeah, like,
I was
you."
like, but the little asides to me were more interesting than the actual
Yeah,
story
agreed.
itself. The little asides of the the like the folklore of it, I found interesting. But I was
Yeah,
like, can we just go back to that? I don't give a crap about and it's a I don't know if it would be a trigger warning, but it definitely is a content warning. They do talk a lot about infertility.
yeah.
Um
I think it was handled
yeah, it was.
in a
Yeah,
good
it
way,
was.
but also, yeah, there should be some
The
I don't know,
fact that
any
she
more
thought
these
she
days
could
I
like
love
magically pregnant was kind of sad.
yeah. Any more these days, I really, really love a good trigger warning list. Like, just tell me, like, the worst that I can expect.
But I
'Cause
also
then
think sometimes it goes way too far because, like, for example, when we buddy read Dowry of Blood, it
oh,
wasn't that
yeah.
bad. Like, and
Well,
the trigger warning list was like
like,
2
2
pages,
pages.
and I'm like, but that's not in it. Like, I've read it, and that's not in it. I don't see what. Okay,
And
like,
yeah. But I appreciate that because I went into it
yeah,
thinking it was going to be, like, the worst, and then when, like, something came up
it
and
was
it
like
was, like, a
nothing.
side mention, I was just like,
Yeah,
"You probably could have kept that out."
yeah, it was like I don't know. I like them, but it's also I feel like people are going a little nuts with it.
Yeah,
Like I saw in an interview that someone put a like I don't know. It's just weird.
yeah,
People can go a little extra with it sometimes.
absolutely. Metal seatbelt.
No, I forewarn people. Like I gave my friend a horror book, and she had some issues with like conceiving children, so I gave her a heads up that it was in there. Like I
Oh,
wasn't.
like the family book with the crazy eyes that I had to make that thumbnail terrified me. Keep going.
Yeah. The one with
Yep.
the scratched out thing.
Huh?
Yeah,
As soon as
you're
you
like
started telling
I'm
me
not
about it, I'm
reading
like,
that, but
I'm
I
gonna
love
have
you.
to pass on this one, but thank
But it
you.
was like it was purposely about like a demon child. So
Yeah.
I forewarned my friends who like have kids. I'm like, maybe you shouldn't read this because as someone who doesn't get triggered much, this was a little. But I knew it
Yeah.
was in there, so I was okay with it. But it's like if you're going in blind, as a lot of my friends who read books do, that's a lot of like, oh wow, oh
Yeah.
wow,
Oh, for
holy moly.
sure. So you didn't even like the main character or the guy, the teacher that was training her?
I like the main character, but I feel like she didn't get enough time to be a badass.
Yeah, true.
Like,
I did.
That was my biggest thing, is I wanted more. Like, I liked where she was going. I just felt like it was a weird segue point.
Yeah, I see that. I did not expect that.
I really liked that it was the Spanish Inquisition, because that's not normally discussed in books that aren't history books.
All right, I actually have a quick question for you, Alicia. Did you ever end up, because I think I know the answer to this, but when you joined us, have you read the original trilogy, Shadow and Bone, or was it the Six of Crows that you read?
I haven't read Six of Crows. I read the original trilogy.
Great. Okay, so am I wrong? The way that this was ending, so spoiler alert for everybody, we're jumping straight to the end. Did you get like Shadow and Bone vibes from how he was describing?
Okay, I didn't want to say anything until we definitely were talking.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, not in a bad way, but I'm like, I read this in like 2012.
Yeah, it made a deja vu. I was doing my little diamond painting, and then as they were saying it, I'm like, "Am I reading Shadow and Bone? Like, what happened here?" But yeah, no, like, it was different story on how things did, but I don't know, I weirdly like how she does that in a way
I
where
like
you
the guy she ends up falling for. He was interesting.
That was the same guy. It was her teacher. He grew.
I know.
He had character growth.
He was interesting because, like, he couldn't
hated
die, and like things like that were interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
His backstory. Surprised we didn't start with that. I know, right? I wanted to, but then there were a lot of people here that hadn't, so I was like, okay, well, I'll find other things to talk about briefly.
To people.
But yeah, that ending. Oh my God, his story. This might be what Liz is gonna say. Hold on. It's a standalone, so I don't think so, and I don't think it takes place in the same world.
I don't think so, but like, I think that's a trope she likes playing with.
Honestly, I was prepared for it.
I don't think it's connected. Yeah.
I was prepared
I
for her
still
to say something about Six of Elena.
Yeah, I really want to read Six of Crows still. I can't believe I have.
Crows. That's okay. I will allow it. But yeah,
it's on my reading list for this year. If I don't read it by the end of the year, I have to donate it or give it to somebody that wants it.
What? That seems extreme. I will just buy it for you again and be like, here it is for another year.
Buy me a prettier edition. My edition came to my house ripped, and it's a paperback, so there's nothing I could do. Like, the book itself is fine. The cover's ripped.
That's not okay. That's worse than if the whole interior was ripped. You never rip a cover. Yeah, this blew my mind. I felt so bad for him. Like, after he started telling his story, like, about a prince who just had good luck, and then this little dickhead decided to trick him, and then now he's like in service to this guy forever. And then every time, like, each of them's like, "Oh yeah, I'll let you go," and then next thing you know, he's in service to them for forever, and he can't.
But it kind of also reminded me of like the genie in Aladdin.
Yeah.
Before
couldn't go
Aladdin.
a full day away without him before him disappearing. I was like, that's just wild. I will say though, I did call the ending slightly. It was at the point where she was just like, "Don't let them strangle you. Like, don't even give in to that." And I was like,
I knew
something the little girl said you had to go on fire. But then when they died, I was like, I almost stopped the book and DNF'd it, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? This is not okay." But I knew I had like 15 minutes left in my audiobook, and I'm like, this better turn around. And
I'm like,
they better
there's
make
still
it
3
alive.
chapters and 15 minutes left. What's going on? It was like chapter 52. I'm like, I know there's 3 chapters left. What the hell are they going to do in the last 15 minutes?
Yeah, I felt really bad that he had to die every day for like how many ever years they were alive. So
that was depressing.
But yeah, that was just, that part of it was why I think I rated it a 4, because I was just like, that's some clever writing right there. To get to that point was a struggle.
That's the other reason, is like, I want to rate it like that because of the ending, but I struggled so much with like the first 200 pages that I don't know if 4 is being too generous.
Well, that's
you know what I mean?
That's why I put, like, I think I did the pros and cons. I tried to write the review very while everything was fresh in my mind, and
That's what I wrote down my thoughts, but I'm like, and then I put my last sentence was, I'll put a more succinct interview together when I'm done.
right, yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
can't.
Yeah, it was, like, and it didn't feel like a very big struggle. This is one thing that I, Voxered to Alicia, where
Yeah.
I was just like, I kind of see where there's I don't think it's drama is the word I'm looking for, and I even struggled in the Voxer. I'm remembering this now. I'm like,
It
"What
was
was the word
it
I
was a
ended up
very we talked
using?"
it out and we were still confused.
Um, but yeah, there was a lack of urgency that, like, would keep the story going. So I think this goes back, Alicia, to what you
I
said, like, the
My
pacing was
biggest
off.
problem is there was no, like, even the big bad I wasn't scared at until, like, the last 15 minutes of the book.
I mean, I was probably scared. Tension, that's the word. Thank
Yeah.
you, Liz. I needed
Like,
you there.
she banged him the minute, like, she found out he was interested in her. Like, there was no, like, there was nothing. I mean, I will say, I think, like, someone else washing your hair is kind of sexy, but that's just me.
I
Um,
mean, yeah, for
but,
sure.
like, other than that, there wasn't that much, like, they banged, like, that day. And I was just like, but I thought this was going to be, like, I was like, here's the tension. She likes him, he likes her, but they know they can't be together because he's a demon dude or whatever. And
A
I was like,
familiar.
okay, here's the tension. But then they, like, 2 pages later are in bed. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but there's no tension. What's going on?
Yeah, I wanted story tension, not even love tension. I just
Yeah,
wanted
I wanted something. I wanted
something.
like I wanted it to propel the plot forward.
Yeah,
I
but
think
that
that was
that
my
was a
biggest problem is
struggle.
there was nothing to propel. Like I was enjoying the writing because she writes very well, but it was like when I would put the book down, I didn't want to pick it back up.
Yes.
But while I was reading it, I was enjoying it.
And that's why I think on Sunday, when I just decided, I'm like, I'm gonna book through this bitch. I'm gonna tell you right now, because if
I
I
was
set
like,
this down, it's
yeah.
not coming back up. Oh, yeah.
Yes, I feel like something was either edited out or taken out. Like I feel like this was supposed to be like a duology, and then they made her squish it into one book.
Oh, that's possible. Yeah.
Because it seems like there are so many like tendrils of things she could have kept on going with, but then wasn't talked about. I like I said earlier, like I was more interested in the little girl that wasn't a little girl. Like, explain that,
Yeah,
please. That's very interesting. Like, and
but
then
that was
literally she's
just
like, I see you dying, and then she runs off with her. Was it her brother or
I
something?
think it was her dad at first, but then maybe it
Yeah,
was
that's
ultimately
what
her
I
brother.
thought. I thought it was her dad, and she was like, "No, he's my brother."
I
I'm
was glad that
38, and I
she
was like,
got
"Holy
away.
shit!"
Who would've That's alright, they should be fired.
I really like her writing. I didn't gel well with the Shadow and Bone trilogy because I think I read it too late to enjoy it. Like
Yeah,
12-year-old me would have loved it. Like 13, 12-year-old me. And then I read it in like my early 20. And that's not to like poo-poo anybody who like still enjoys it. It just seems like I think I read it after reading certain books that like when I read it, I noticed like the tropes of
yeah,
the book. I was
yeah.
like, if I read it when I was supposed to, I would have had a good time with it. It was again very well written, and I still want to read her. I guess it's the Alex Stern series, the Hellbent and Ninth House.
Yeah.
But there's something that you don't like in it is prevalent.
Yeah,
I
there's
completely understand why you don't
a
want to
hard
read it.
trigger warning
Yeah,
for,
I
Ninth
say,
House. There
yeah,
is a child rape, and
yeah,
they put it on page enough to the point where I was like, "Do I wanna finish this book?"
which is
Um,
completely fair, honestly, completely
it
fair.
did it did have a purpose in the sense of, like, there's this higher government, if I remember correctly,
Mm-hmm.
and they never stepped in even knowing what she was, and it just went to show, like, if she went against them, she had every reason to, because they
Yeah,
fucking let
the
that
aspect
happen.
that was interesting to me was like the lore of like the secret society stuff.
Yeah, that part of it was very interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't like the frat guy eating poo. I could have done without that.
Yeah, that wasn't necessary either. But I'm so curious about book 2. I haven't read book 2 yet. I'm curious though.
Yeah, unfortunately, I need to reread book 1 for a traveling annotation book club thing.
Well, skip that section.
Yeah, I don't remember where it's at though. I will know as soon as it starts happening.
Yeah, you can skip.
And then I just skip that little bit.
I think it's chapter 7, but I could be wrong.
I feel like it's later in the book, but also it's been a while.
Yeah.
I see. I've heard some people like one or the other. So yeah, this cover made me actually get rid of my first one because I was like, I will never buy the second cover. I did.
The second cover's ugly. I don't like the first cover. I don't like the rabbit thing. What is the obsession now with rabbits on books?
Okay, so for this one, I think the reason for it is because it's kind of got like a witchy element, and I feel like animal sacrifice is a thing, which is where the rabbit's coming from, would be my guess.
But it reminds me of Fatal Attraction when she kills the kid's rabbit and then boils up. Like the lady gets mad because the guy she's cheating on someone with goes back to his family, and to get back at him, she kills the rabbit, his little kid's rabbit, to get back at him, and they find the rabbit boiling in water.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah, so whenever I see like dead rat like that stuff, I think of that, and I'm just like, I don't want to.
If you don't want to buy that cover, but you do want to read it, I believe it's $1.99 right now on Amazon because I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I'll pick it up because I have a bunch of like those Amazon credit.
I did say that
or whatever, so I probably can get it for free.
Because
I just don't like that cover. Like
that's why I wanted the Kindle version because I was like, I want to read it, but I also don't want this anywhere near my bookshelf. It was a very disturbing moment, and they described it terribly, and it made you want to vomit.
I don't even remember that, but ew. I don't do well with that kind of stuff. Like,
yeah.
Nah.
On the rabbit, I get. Yep. Close symbolism, and I think that's where it comes from. Yeah, for sure.
Like, I like what she's doing with it, but like, did there have to be eating poo? Did there have to be?
I feel like she could have gotten that point across a slightly different way. Yeah. But again, this guy was a jackass. He kind of deserved it, but also like it triggered 10,000 other things. Least of which was me wanting to vomit in my mouth. So
yeah, and I listened to that on audiobook, and I was like,
yeah,
hearing that in my ears, I'm like, no,
it's just not a good feeling.
No.
All right, I'm gonna throw this up here just because it's starting to get late and the hunger is on the rise now. Mm-hmm. If you guys have anything else you do want to talk about the book, feel free to do it. I'm just gonna throw this up here. Just to have it up here. Yeah. Did you have anything else you wanted to say about the book, Alicia? I feel like we hit the major things.
We hit everything, really. And I didn't understand the need of the pomegranate.
Yeah, that was mentioned so many times. And
I'm like, where is this? And then the tongue splitting. I thought that scene was badass when she split the guy's tongue. Like she killed that dude and like
that he turned into a tree and then she ate the fruit from that tree. Yeah. That was a little bit on that pushed some limits. But also, yeah. I'm sure the pomegranates mean something. I think they might have explained it. I just can't recall that.
It reminded me of like what's that myth that everybody uses the freaking pomegranates for?
Is it this one? Pomegranate symbolizes fertility?
Maybe. It does yeah. And then also like what's the one? Hades and Persephone is.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
That might have to do with fertility too, but yeah, I see what you're saying there. Yeah. So 2 weeks from tonight. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Okay, I could see that.
That's the only. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, they make for beautiful end pages.
And pomegranates themselves or the fruit are delicious. But I was just like, why?
Yeah.
And there's no pretty way to eat them because it looks like blood when you're eating them.
Yeah, they're a bitch to, like, take the seeds out of.
Why do you think I buy them already done? Because I'm like, I don't have the patience for this shit.
My mom Pinterested something and found a pretty good way to do it, but also it's still enough work to make me be like, "Do I really want them?"
No.
But yeah, 2 weeks from today, same time. It may be our last one at 6:30 PM Pacific time, just because after that, I will not have the class. I would honestly try to find something that wouldn't conflict with this. Um, yeah, so we might go back to our 6 o'clock top of the hour. If you guys want to go sooner, please let me know.
Yeah, I was just like, please don't tell me you have to wait. But it means we have to go further back, and that's 10:30.
Oh, no. We're not going.
I mean, that was my only fear. I'm like, that's late. I'm in
Nope,
bed.
we're moving forward, not backwards.
Yeah.
Moving forward. Yeah, I hated the cover of Midnight Sun. I actually created my own and made it a blood orange. That's right, I
Yeah, I
did.
like it.
I have to find it. I literally
You need
popped
to
that sucker
send
on
it
it.
to me.
Huh?
You need to take a picture and send it to me. I need to see this.
I think I made it a photo of the day at one point. Let me go to coffee. Sure will. Yeah, no, we're not going later, so that we would definitely be moving up our time. Probably going at least back to our original time frame. I'll have to ask Nicole because she might come back officially at the beginning of next year. So maybe like leading up to that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, no, I don't know. But
Next
be
year's
there.
kind of up in the air right now for like we're just kind of going with the flow.
Is there anything anyone wants to read by next week? What's on everyone's TBR? Let's end there where we're hoping to go.
I am reading a arc that I was given by an author friend of mine. It's a cozy mystery, which I think you'll love. From the
Oh, the one you sent me a picture of?
yes,
Mhm.
it's really cute. I'm just trying to get the exact name because yeah,
While you do that, oh, go ahead.
because she's very historically accurate because that is her day job. She's a historian and she's fantastic. Her name's Patricia
Oh,
Meredith.
Shannon's still with us. Earlier works
Shannon.
after Survivor. Hey, perfect. I'm glad that this worked out for everybody. Yeah.
It's called Slings and Sparrows by
Oh.
Patricia Meredith, and it'll be out in the middle of June. But I'm reading the arc now.
Okay, cool.
We that's the other thing. We need to read Lore Olympus 1. You and I.
Yes, I don't know if I'll get to it tonight,
I'm
but
not rushing. I'm not rushing it.
I'm thinking hopefully this weekend I can start it
Yeah,
because
me too.
even though I have 5 books, I saw that the 6th book was on sale today, and it will be here between 4 AM and 8 AM tomorrow.
I picked it up, and I think the 7th one that's coming out in hardcover this year is going to be the last bind up, from what I gather.
Oh,
So I
I
think
would appreciate that.
it's kind of donezo after book 7.
Okay. Hey, that helps. Shannon, if you want to read at least book 1, volume 1, if they have it at your library, if you own a copy of it, 2
And
weeks from today.
if you have access to Webtoons, it's still free. You can
What?
read it all online on Webtoons.
They do not ring the doorbell, they just leave it. Thank God. Could you imagine if someone rang the doorbell at 4
My
AM?
mother's dog would eat someone's face if someone rang the doorbell at 4 in the morning.
I'd probably have a heart attack myself and like, someone's trying to kill me. Not, oh, my book is here. They didn't have to come at 4 AM. That's just they said, hey, if you
I would
order.
literally, but okay, here's the thing that bugs me, and this isn't anything against an Amazon worker. Please don't take it that way. I don't like that they don't have to wear something that says they're Amazon now.
So I don't know if
Like
that's
they drive up in their own vehicle, and I'm like,
oh, yeah.
I'm in a state that likes a certain thing, and you don't want to walk up on someone's random
No, true.
Someone could like hurt you for thinking you're someone else. Like,
I
no.
think it depends on what type of delivery you have,
Yeah.
because some of them do and some of them don't. So I totally get what you're saying there.
Like the other day, I had something delivered for my little sister because her birthday's coming up, and it was just a random like F-150, and I'm like, why are you in my driveway? Like, I don't recognize this car. Who's in my driveway?
I'm be honest, you said Swiftly, and I thought Swifty, and I was just like, oh my God, I love Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
We just won't talk about that. Yeah. Any other books that you're working on, Alicia, or that you want?
Right now I am working on Sword of Their Well, which is book 2 of the Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn series by Tad Williams, because we're having Epic and I are going to have discussions on his channel for the book series.
Nice.
Okay. It's not scheduled yet. That's the only reason I haven't. We're waiting for the third person to finish the book before we have the discussion. And I have two things coming up. I have a book haul because I spent $100 in store credit and only spent 78 cents the other day. So I have a humongous book haul. And then I have, at the end of the month before our next meeting on the 25th of May, I have a discussion with Sarah from the Bookish Knitter about category romance and what kind of category we like, and explaining what category romance is. And because I have a lot of new people that subscribe to my channel that don't know what category is. So
nice.
Yeah.
That's all really exciting.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
Me too.
Lure Olympus is on my list. In a perfect world, here's
Don't
where my
stress
brain.
yourself out.
I know, but I think I can do it. In a perfect world, Lure Olympus up here, I'll get through 1 or 2 volumes, maybe even all 6. Who knows? Maybe I just like eat it up. More importantly than that, I do need to finish this book because I started it like a month ago.
Where did you stop?
She was getting ready to go like further or like closer to him or something. And I have like a couple wild theories, and I need to sit down
your
with
theories
it.
because
I'll bring my notes next time. I haven't really written a whole lot, but I think, and I can't remember his name. So the friend who I want to say is Letty.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. She likes their driver. I ship them. I need them to be together.
Their little like relationship thing is so effing cute.
It's
adorable. They're just so cute.
And he was supposed to come back that night, and they stayed up till midnight, and he didn't arrive. That's the last thing I remember.
Oh, you're okay. You're still early days. Okay.
Very early, yes.
I liked book 2, but I loved book 1. Book 1 was fantastic.
And that's the thing, like, I should not have been able to put it down for a solid month.
Yeah. But I did pick up her other series because it was on sale because Amazon had a book sale this week.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Go on my wish list and see what's there.
Yeah. Do not purchase the one you told me because your birthday's coming up, ma'am.
I honestly looked at it the other day and I was just like, God, why are you so expensive? So keep an eye on it. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
But I picked up the River Enchanted one from Rebecca Ross.
Yeah, that one's up top there. Maybe we'll do that a different day. And don't worry about the Julie and Lindsey one. So in June, I probably could have separated them into 2 separate events, but timing with things that were happening felt really rushed. And I didn't want to just have one. So tackling the TBR volume 6 will be an unofficial discussion of the next 2 ones. So
Julie and Lindsey episode.
Yeah. So don't worry about having that like right away, but definitely make sure you have it by then.
Oh, they're on sale. They're on sale a month early on Harlequin's website, and they're cheaper.
Yep.
That's how I got
pay for shipping. I wish there was free shipping.
There's free shipping if it's over $30.
That's hard when they're so inexpensive.
I know. Hence why I keep on buying more freaking books. And I love you, Julie. I love you. I love you. I love you. Stop writing so much.
True. Oh man. But yeah, so I would love to finish Ruthless Vows. That's next on my list. Lure Olympus is going to be my physical
Yeah, I'll wait
copy.
for you. I'm in
And
no
then
rush.
today, because I had a $3 credit, I am going to do my Kindle book of this one, hopefully, which is a Megan Quinn book. I'm going to get started
I like
on
that
the
cover though.
freaking 10th anniversary editions because I
That
bought
cover
them.
is
I should read them.
freaking amazing.
Yeah, because I want to get to this one because this is my favorite one, and I want to be able to use this for my favorite
I like
cover.
the clinch. Thank you for bringing back the clinch covers because I'm kind of tired of the like drawn cover because I prefer the clinch covers. You know, that's like
doing
the clinch are the best.
bodice rippers for her illustrated versions
I love it.
of the Vancouver Average, and I keep like stalking her website, and I'm like, the second they go on sale, I want them all. Yes, I already have the books, and I have the audiobooks, and I have
Go on Instagram.
but I need them.
I sent you something on Instagram.
I don't think she posted a release date yet.
No,
June 25th.
I still follow her on Instagram now. She hasn't.
Yeah, June 25th is when she's supposed to. Yes, clinch her bust. So yeah, that would be one. And then I also have, is it down here? I'm doing slightly better about books that come into my library where I try to read them. So I actually just finished the second book
I have
of the
only
Light
4
Lark
more books
series.
on pre-order. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I finished Nightbane, which did suffer from the second book slump.
Syndrome.
Yeah. So that was unfortunate, but it ended in a way where I know there's going to be a third one.
Is totally me and you. I think I sent it to. I'm gonna resend it to you because I can send it to you through Instagram. It's called For Hills of Heather and Bone. Can we just look at this thing? Okay. That's the I don't know if you can see it.
That is a pretty cover from what I can see.
But underneath.
Oh, that's stunning. So obviously we need to
wait, the end pages got me. The freaking end page. Those are the end pages.
Yeah, that's a win.
the first page. Pretty.
So yeah. What is it? I think it's too far up. It starts with a D. And I can't even think of the name.
Ugh. I'm going to send it to you on Instagram so you can see it.
And you're on a book buying ban. But also, if you need us to buy it for you and it just magically shows up, you let us know.
Liz, make a wish list and send it to me and Jen. Okay? You don't have to make it public. You can just send it to us and give us access to buying stuff.
There you go. Win.
And then you can't get in trouble for buying stuff because you did.
Yeah, because we bought it for you. But that'll be the nice thing about kind of doing some tackling the TBRs. And again, throughout the end of the year, we'll probably have an unofficial book. So I know a lot of us.
I do want to read the Curry Maniscalco book, but I was shocked when I looked up to see it because Barnes & Noble was having a pre-order thing, and it wasn't on the pre-order thing. And I'm like, I thought it was coming out in September, and then I texted you. I'm like, October.
Yeah, no, October 30th. So she moved it. So yeah,
everything's coming out in October. Why? Sorry.
Okay, as long as you have someone helping you. I have my mom helping me sneak these packages inside. I have a very big problem with my diamond painting, and I need to get to it. So that's the other thing is I want to try and start listening to more of my books, but I also need to keep my Kindle streak strong.
Speaking of Kindle, I got a new Kindle. My friend gave me a Kindle.
Is it a Paperwhite?
Scribe. You can write on it.
That might be a waste.
The one you can annotate with. It's freaking awesome.
That's
holy crap. And she was like, yeah, we were just going to get rid of it. It was sitting here. You want it? I was like,
yeah, absolutely. Yes. I do. Don't get rid of this.
So,
all right.
Jamie, if you watch this after, thank you. I just
Yeah.
haven't really messed with it because my case hasn't come in, and I don't trust myself because I'm a klutz.
I am the exact same way. There are some times where I'm just like, this will not
survive.
removed from
I
its
don't want to touch it.
packaging until I have the security around it, because I
Yes.
have the little things around my Apple Watch, and let me tell you, I went through 2 of these already, and I got this in like October, so that
Yes.
doesn't bode well.
I completely understand. I'm the same way. I just sent it to you on Instagram so you can take a real good look at it.
All right, yeah.
It's self-pub. So she paid for all that work herself. So, and it's like historically accurate, supposedly.
Nice.
From the little bit that I have read of the blurbs and stuff, and I'm really curious, and it just looks pretty. It just looks pretty. But you can get it for free on Kindle.
Even better.
Free
so I
on
get a
Kindle.
free Kindle version, and I can get a pretty copy.
And then the pretty copy's $30, and the paperback's $14.
Not bad.
But I know that they charge a little bit extra when it's self-pub because they're doing it themselves. So.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have to. July or August, because June's
no rush.
After you get back and I don't think I'll have that read by.
Are we gonna have a birthday celebration for you? Because your birthday's the 10th of August. So are we gonna do a little mini friend birthday?
Well, we can kind of combine it with Nicole's, because that'll be closer.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
That'll be closer to my birthday than actually the August one, because I'm thinking like the last Wednesday of every month for consistency, except for the second to last in November, December, because
November and December are a lot.
Holidays.
Yeah.
We might even move them up a little bit in the month, so we don't have too many things to worry about.
Well, most of the like Christmas books are short anyway, so.
For sure. All right, well, I think I'm going to call it here. So thank you, everyone in the comments. Thank you, Alicia, my wonderful co-host. Thank you, everyone, for watching on the replay. Don't forget to like the video. I'm surprised it didn't. There it goes. I was like, come on, I know you're going to do it. Subscribe to both our channels. Ooh, that's a new one. I think I got it all. I'm going to say that we nailed it, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.